This is the Haley Flatline machine. It'll save you hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars, and it'll buy back your time. The Haley Flatline machine was created because in the shed industry, we saw that customers were using sawhorses or chicken wire to hand spray all of their trim or lap siding. What's great about a linear spray equipment is you can set the speed up to 200 feet a minute and it will spray it for you, saving you time and eliminating waste. Since 2022, our engineering team has been working to perfect the design of this machine. We've added boxes such as these overspray boxes, air knives to clean your material, as well as delay sensors to limit any more waste of material. This is our control box. This is where you can set your conveyor speed. You can also turn your exhaust on and off and individually control each of your guns. You can also change your delay for your sensor or any other settings you may need for the system. Here's where your material will go in. These rollers will be moving. You can also set your guide rails up to however wide your material is. There's also a roller here that'll keep your material down so it won't be bouncing when it goes through. Then it will hit the sensor and the air knives before it enters the spray booth. Here we have our air knives where as your material is going into the spray booth, it'll blow off any kind of dirt or debris or residue that might be on the board. We use the proven Graco air-powered airless pump for this system. It pumps material into the spray booth where we have 3 spray heads. They all have Graco tips and guards, so it's very consistent with what you're probably already using in your shop. These also have removable overspray boxes so that it can keep your aluminum spray booth fairly clean. If you are using Haley Paint's products, they are all water-based, so they are just soap and water cleanup, so you can keep your space clean. There's also an overspray hole in the bottom of this, so if you have your exhaust fan on, it is siphoning all of the overspray down into a bucket below. This is where your material will come out coated. There is another gun here that you can use to paint a 4th side or also do any kind of touch-up you may need. Each roller is run off of a line shaft conveyor system, so they're actually independently driven and there's a belt on each. So if for any reason one of your belts does break, you're not down for the day, there's an ease of just popping out each roller and replacing that belt, but each other one will continue to go. The Haley Flatline can easily integrate into your already existing paint setup. We can add a line from your already existing spray pumps so that you can have your standard colors ready to go when you need it without having to flush out any pumps. This is a traditional hand spraying setup. You can see your trim on your sawhorses. You also want to be suited up because this is a very messy process compared to the Flatline machine. Here you can see all the additional overspray that comes with hand spraying. Not only is it a waste of material, but it also is a lot more maintenance because you're probably having to eventually scrape that off your floor and off your walls. With hand spraying, you don't get the consistent finish like you would with the Flatline machine. As you can see in this picture, you have thicker film in some areas and less in others. A customer of ours had planned to see a return on investment within the first 3 years, but because of the time and material saved using the Flatline machine, they actually saw it within the first 6 months. Here in this video, you can see where all that overspray is actually being collected and it can go down into a bucket underneath where if it's a clean, dry bucket, it can actually be reused to save the material. The 2 men who are using this Flatline are both in black dress clothes while spraying white paint, and there is no additional overspray on them, as well as around the green tarp, there is no white paint. The trim that was coated with the Flatline machine has a very consistent and uniform finish. You can see that there is no dripping paint or any kind of buildup of additional material. At Haley Paint, we pride ourselves in producing quality products that we stand behind, just like this Flatline machine. If you're interested in learning more about it or talking about how we can customize this specifically for your shop, our information is in the description below. We'd be happy to have you come here and see it run in action. If you're interested in saving time and money, call us about the Haley Flatline machine.